Hello and welcome to my new video. As I mentioned before, I had a severe communication disorder here. But this also leads to some interesting videos, as you've seen recently, because there are a lot of things to keep in mind here that you can do wrong. I already pointed this out to you in the last few videos. Report a malfunction from the very first day it occurs, and preferably to a personal employee of the company. No matter your telecom provider, Vodafone, Telekom or others, it's crucial to report malfunctions promptly, as issues are only logged from your report date. That's non-negotiable and you have to do it that way, otherwise you'll lose a lot of money. Of course, I did that on the very first day. Now, the malfunction has lasted for 28 days. Since there was a bit of back and forth between Glasfaser Plus and Telekom, and no one really felt responsible, it dragged on for a very long time. A lot of you put pressure on them, and the community here in Oberweid also put a lot of pressure on them. I put a lot of pressure on them in my videos, and other parties also put a lot of pressure on them. This ultimately led to the fiber optic line finally being repaired by Telekom itself, not by the network operator, which according to my information belongs to Glasfaser Plus. However, the line is working again. So what are you entitled to now? From experience, I can tell you, Telekom will fob you off with a few micro euros here. As a rule, Telekom will usually refund you the amount you paid for that period as a gesture of goodwill. Partially, but not completely, only proportionally, depending on the case. You can let me know and write in the comments what you usually received. I also pointed out in the last videos that you may be entitled to this quick starter kit from Telekom, and many of you have requested and ordered it. At this point, a quick break in the video. There's also something to say about the quick starter kit. When the issue is resolved, you need to return it as soon as possible to a Telekom shop or send it back to Telekom. Check your Mein Magenta app and initiate the return shipment there. Otherwise, it could eventually become expensive because you have to pay for this device since it is rented. It's also important to mention we live here in Oberweid. The long-term evolution connection is terrible. That means the quick start kit just stumbles along. It's not a real replacement. For example, in my case, for 1,000 fiber optic lines, it's definitely not a real replacement. That's a nice goodwill gesture from the provider. Let's continue. The issue is resolved and your ticket is closed. Now you have to take action because otherwise you'll literally end up paying more or getting ripped off. Call Telekom as soon as possible and claim the money you are entitled to. You can also do this in writing if you prefer. But this way is going to be very, very difficult because I wrote to various Telekom email addresses and I always get a standard reply back. This email address is no longer responsible and messages sent here won't be forwarded or read. Contact the telephone support or similar services. That's why I tried to resolve it by phone. I needed several attempts here. And very important, this is going to be a very tough ride. I can tell you that right away. For those of you who have legal protection insurance, you might want to inform them in advance. Maybe you could let someone else handle this for a change. Especially with the very expensive connections, there's a lot of compensation or substitute services offered here. Now I want to show you something very important first. Feel free to hit pause or stop on the video to read it yourself. I'll go through it with you. Let's look at my screen. Here, I've opened up an example page for you where we can look this up, namely the Federal Ministry of Justice and Consumer Protection. There are other sites with this information too. At this point, an important note. I am a private individual and I'm sharing my personal experiences with you. This is not legal advice. If you want proper advice, please go to your lawyer. Let's take a closer look at the text. I'd like to focus on a specific passage, so let's start here. The amount of compensation is 5 euros or 10% on the third and fourth day. It's important, the "or" is what the Telekom employee, the Vodafone employee, or whoever you call will throw at you. He will always try to negotiate the cheapest option for you, which means he will probably always go for the 5 euros. But that doesn't apply if you have a very expensive fiber optic connection or something similar and have also booked additional services like Magenta television and such. In that case, you'll quickly be over 100 euros or even higher. And then it's not the 5 euros at the front that count, but rather the 10%. And very important, starting from the 5th day, it's 10 euros or 20% of the contractually agreed monthly fee. This is very important, and I want to stress it again. Depending on which amount is higher, that means the highest amount always applies. So don't let the Telekom employee talk you down. That's what he does. He tried that with me for hours too. That doesn't count. The highest amount applies, just to make that clear. As I said, you have the text here again. Read it through carefully. You can also do your own research here. What's important for this now, so we can work with it, here's a checklist. First, you report the incident as quickly as possible. Please get used to doing this for future incidents as well. This happens often. Report any disruption as soon as you discover it, and the regulation will apply from that day. That means, in our case, the disruption was on November 12th, 2025. But unfortunately, many people from my neighborhood didn't report it until around the 20th or 25th. For them, it only counts from the day they reported it, usually around the 20th or 25th, depending on the report date. Next, document everything, including when the disruption happened. What problems you had, what prevented you from continuing to work, and what additional costs you incurred, because you may be able to claim these as well. Sometimes you had to sign additional telecommunications contracts, rent a prepaid card or something else. This all counts here. For example, I also got a Kongstar Digital subscriber line connection. Of course, you can also claim that here for this period. It's very important that everything is properly documented. Very important, we've also applied for Telekom's Quick Start Kit. That's a goodwill service from Telekom, but it usually doesn't match the connection you've booked. Not for me. I had 1000 Mbps fiber, but with slow long-term evolution, I couldn't do anything. I had an upload speed that was sometimes below 2 Mbps, and it kept dropping out. Then everyone around here had these quick start boxes, which of course led to terribly poor throughput rates. That's no substitute for the line and can't be considered as such. That's a goodwill line and has nothing to do with it. And they'll keep threatening to charge you for this service, but they're not allowed to do that. They absolutely are not allowed to do that. Now let's move on to the reimbursement you can claim. Let's just assume a flat 50 euro connection from Telekom. Most of you can easily pay that. Important, we reported it immediately. The first day, days 1 to 2 means 0 euros for you. Then we have days 3 to 4, which means 5 euros for you. Or 10% of what you paid. I want to make this absolutely clear again. 10% of what you paid. I know some of you pay 150 euros or more for your phone connection, so that applies. Then we have day 5 to that amounts to at least 10 euros, or yes, as I said, 20% of what your respective phone contract is worth. We now have a provisional compensation total of 250 euros. Important, of course, during that period you continue to pay your fees. Those must also be refunded. But that has nothing to do with the TKG. That means the outage would still need to be reimbursed here. We paid for the service here for 28 days. With a 50 euro contract, that's about 1.66 per day. For 28 days of outage, that's another 46 euros and 60 cents that would have to be paid on top, because you paid for nothing. And usually, I know for sure that Telekom is happy to refund you this amount for that period, which means during that time you basically pay nothing, and that's enough to satisfy a lot of people. That's not the TKG compensation. That would be an additional payment here. That's why my calculation here comes to 296 euros and 60 cents for a standard connection that, let's say, was simply worth 50 euros a month. But that's the absolute minimum calculation. The hotline definitely won't go along with this. I can tell you that straight up. There will be a lot of discussions and you'll be on the phone with them for hours. But I also have to say straight up, it's worth it. Especially if you have an expensive telecom connection. Most of the really good fiber optic connections with Telekom Magenta Plus and all the extras can quickly cost well over 100 euros here. And then you can figure out for yourselves what you're entitled to here. Don't let the employee brush you off. Don't let him talk you into anything. And please, at the beginning of the phone call, you'll be asked if the call can be recorded. You should always answer no here. Here, even if you say yes just out of annoyance, it's like, fine, just send me the money. And I'm basically fed up now and I don't want to do this anymore. You accepted the story, and with that, you automatically lost. That means it would make sense here to plead no and stay firm, stay tough. Of course, you can also do all of this in writing. But here again, it will be very difficult to find someone at Telekom to whom you can send this in the first place and who will actually read it. The problem with emails is that when you send them, they often just disappear, or they simply aren't read, or you get an email back. Yes, we can process that. That's the wrong department, blah, blah, blah. That's why I'm personally a fan of the hotline. Unfortunately, here you have to deal with the people for, I'd say, 1 to 3 hours to get to your goal. Of course, if you're in the comfortable position of having good legal protection, you might want to ask them how to proceed here. Or do you have a lawyer friend or someone who knows a bit about this? Just let them make the call for you. These people are simply much more skilled at talking, especially since a lot of money is at stake. And very important, especially in our case here, the issue was only resolved after 28 days. And that was only because of massive public pressure from the community, from those affected, from the developer, from the person responsible, from me as an influencer, as a YouTuber, and who knows who else was involved and pulled all the strings to make something happen here. If you happen to be in a position where you can't do that, it could be a problem. Or in our case, it probably would have been that this issue wouldn't have been fixed here this year. And that would mean for us, we would have been here for months without a phone. And here it's important. The more people from the affected group complain and demand this amount, the more expensive this outage was. That's important for future outages, especially here in the region. If another outage happens here, then the alarm bells will ring at the provider. Oh, that was quite expensive last time because a lot of people fought back. And then it could be that in the future, this damage will be fixed more quickly. Because I have to tell you one thing, those 28 days, I'll just say it straight, without internet were hell, especially for me as a business owner, for me as a self-employed person. Or if you work from home, maybe need to stay in contact with the school or have to download some documents there. It's an absolute disaster. I also had to handle some things digitally with various authorities during this time. It's really difficult on a cell phone when you have to drive to the next mountain just to work there. It's an absolute nightmare. And here you also have the right to stand up for yourselves. Don't let anyone push you around, because I can promise you one thing. The telecommunications provider has trained its hotline staff or the employees handling your concerns very well. And they are trained in every way to brush you off here. It starts when you call there. The AI always tries to brush you off when you call. They usually ask, what case are you calling about? You just answer, contract case. So that you get connected to the right department as quickly as possible, because here's the trick, they keep transferring you to the wrong department. And that's how your patience really gets tested. They just keep dragging things out. I'm being polite, since many people lose their temper, hang up, and get nothing. Don't let them brush you off here. Stand your ground, take the right steps, and get the money you're entitled to, so that in the future things get resolved faster here and don't turn into such a long drama like it did with us. That's important. At this point, I also have a request. If you're already having these kinds of problems, please write about them in the comments as thoroughly as possible. How much money did you end up getting, and were you successful with your TKG claim or not? What other disadvantages have you experienced? Just write them down in the comments below. Have you ever made use of your special right of termination? Because if such a disruption lasts for more than 14 days, you might also have the option to exercise a special right of termination. That's natural, isn't it? To make use of it is, of course, almost impossible here in our region, since there is hardly a second provider that has a network as good as Telekom's here. Then you usually can only go to a small provider, and that's when it gets really bad, with digital subscriber line and lots of slow interruptions on the line. But what am I telling you? You already know that yourselves. So, I've reached the end of the video. Hope I gave you another helpful tip. If so, a thumbs up would be great. Want to see more of my videos? No problem. Just subscribe to my channel. It's free on YouTube. And important, if you don't want to miss any more of my videos, just click the bell icon next to the subscribe button. I'll say goodbye. See you next time. Your Mark on YouTube.